Getting close to first pitch tonight in Arlington. It's the A's and the Rangers, and it's coming up next. It's time now for baseball from the great state of Texas and Globe Life Park. Tonight we begin a new homestand with the first of three between the West-leading Oakland A's and the Rangers. With that, we say hello again, everybody. Welcome to Rangers Baseball. Matt Vasgersian here with play-by-play. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons as we delve into our pitching matchup here in the opener.
Well, as you check out the graphic right here, both of these guys pitching exceptionally well this season, both with really low ERAs, and so it's hard to imagine that a lot of runs will be scored in this one.
Craig Gentry will get his first opportunity now. 2 for 4 to close out Sunday's series finale. Billy Butler will take his first cuts now. 0 for 4 in the ballgame back on Sunday. Now the 2-1. A ball hit hard to the left side. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
We're starting to see signs that he's about ready to break out of this slump he's been in. He won't get anything to show for it here, but this is a good swing and a hard-hit ball. Unfortunately, though, it's just right at somebody.
Into the box now, Josh Reddick. And there's ball 2 now. EK, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field here tonight. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Yeah, they still find themselves stuck in 3rd place in the division, but this is an important stretch for these guys, and if they can string a few victories together, they've got a chance to get back into it.
And the run will score as the A's get off to a 1-0 lead.
And if you do nothing else in the first inning, you want to at least give your cleanup guy a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. Well, he gets that chance here, and he follows through on it. He drives this one for 2 bases and picks up that opening run of the game.
Standing in now, Coco Crisp. This is toward the hole, and it's going to get into right field, a 2-out hit. Here's Reddick around third. And the run will score from second to make this a 2-0 ball game.
Well, they are definitely not having any trouble seeing this guy so far. A second run's in to score on the double. It's 2-0 now already, and he's already putting his guys in catch-up mode here in the first inning.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. The 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
The 2-2 coming. And he chased one there as this is bounced to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the A's 2 and the Rangers nothing. Starting lineup for the Rangers on your screen now. Leonis Martin will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play. A 2-1 offering. 2-2. And Eric, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. Boy, they are really in need of something to go their way as they come in losers of 9 in a row.
When you're looking at trying to get out of a funk like this, it always helps when you can hand the ball over to a veteran starter that's been through this before, and luckily for them, they're going to be able to do that here.
Elvis Andrus will take his first cuts of the ball game here. Bases are empty, 1 man out. So 1-1. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Reddick is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Hanley Ramirez will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Now the 1-1 to Ramirez. Circle change here, but it's taken for ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. Here he comes on 2-1. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. Here's the 2-2 home. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop third strike. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On to the second inning now from Arlington. The A's lead it 2-0. Stephen Vogt leads things off now in the top half of the second. Marcus Semien steps in now. The 1-1 home. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
And a pretty good take there on the slider down. It's ball 3.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with. Well, you don't always need to have amazing movement to make a slider successful. This is a case in point. We've seen sliders with 10, 11, 12 inches of break. This one only moves about 8, but that's more than enough to get the job done.
Into the box, Craig Gentry. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We'll return to Texas in just a moment. Shin-Soo Choo will dig in now, just hoping for something to go his way. As you can see, that has not been the case these last 9 ball games. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Opposite field to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Now, there's just nothing you can do right there. You're talking lefty on lefty. He takes him the other way, hits the ball hard, but he just winds up with nothing to show for it.
Pablo Sandoval will stand in here, 1 for 4 in Sunday's ball game. Here it comes, 2-1. 2-1 pitch is a cut fastball taken for strike 2. Here now the 2-2. Looks at a fastball low here, and it's full, 3-2. Kyle Blanks waits on deck. That'll miss to Sandoval, who displays some rare patience that time. It's ball 4.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little patience up there. These guys have been what I would call overly aggressive these first few innings. Finally, somebody's figured out the importance of maybe taking a pitch or two.
The 3-1 is on the way. And this is fouled back and out of play. Full count pitch on its way. And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. And Crisp will put this one away without much trouble for out number 2.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place, but luckily, He got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Doesn't offer at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and the guy moves up into scoring position.
Adam Rosales will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Big pitch here, 1-2. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Alcides Escobar ready to go here as we begin the third. Time to move forward to the bottom of inning number 3. Elvis Andrus will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. None out, runners at first and second. Now the 3-1 home. Oh, he had him fooled there. It's 3-2 now. Here it comes now to Andrus. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Hanley Ramirez will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
They've been tough to deal with this year. Second on the team in RBI, so this is a golden opportunity.
Comes set, now the pitch. And a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded. Shin-Soo Choo digs in now with a chance to at least tie the game, if not give his club the lead here in the early stages. Here's the 1-1 now to Choo. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Now with 2 strikes, boy, if he could come up with back-to-back punch-outs, wouldn't that be something?
It's a 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. Pablo Sandoval will get a chance here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame thus far. Bases loaded now with 2 away.
Find the hole. Come on, Rangers. Let's go, Texas.
Here comes the 1-2. Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
And with the bases loaded, why not take one for the team right there and let that pitch hit you? It could have been a run.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Now here's a ball hit high and deep out to left center field. Crisp is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Ike Davis will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth. Ben Zobrist will dig in. Drew a walk his first time around. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fouled straight back. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Profar for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
First and second, nobody out. You think you're in a great position to do some damage here in this inning. And then, uh-oh, the one thing that you could not have is the double play, and that's exactly what you get.
In now, Marcus Semien. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9 hole.
To 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but...
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. The A's strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Kyle Blanks will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. Now the 1-1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. 1-2. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Now a swing as he shoots this one over to first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. Robinson Chirinos will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. Now the 2-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, though the ball did hit the ground, so he'll need to go to first. Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. Adam Rosales will get another shot. Called out on strikes his first time around. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They're still down. It's 2-0. Frank Gentry will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Billy Butler will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And hold that thought, as that's a strikeout for out number 3, so the inning will come to an end. 1-2-3 go the A's. They're up 2-0. Jurickson Profar will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
1-1 pitch on the way. 1-1 is a cutter that misses 2-1. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Elvis Andrus will stand in. Base on balls his last time. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the A's 2 and the Rangers nothing. Josh Reddick will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a...
We'll join this one here in the bottom of the 6th, already in progress. Here's the 1-1 now to Chew. And this will be fouled away. The 1-2 with 1 away. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. Throw on to Davis at first, and there's out number 2.
You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal. And it's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Now here's a fastball up that he sends in the air out to fairly deep center field. And Coco will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Rangers set down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Stephen Vogt will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense.
We'll move forward in this one and rejoin the action in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th. Robinson Chirinos will stand in now following leadoff walk. And might we see a bunt attempt here in the 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Throw on to Davis at first, and there's out number 2. Jurickson Profar will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. He waits. Now the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Here comes a 1-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. Craig Gentry will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. Time to jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 8 now. Leonis Martin will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. It's been free and easy the whole way through.
Doesn't offer at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
And down by 2, you better believe they'll take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner.
And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and the runner will get back standing. Here he comes again, 1-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike three. Hanley Ramirez will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. It's a two-run shot for Hanley Ramirez. Number 11 for him on the season. As the Rangers are back in business, they tie it at 2.
Great work he done on the mound. Well, it just got undone on one swing. He's gone from being in total control to we got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And that's going to spell the end of the evening for Scott Kazmir. So he departs in a tie ball game here tonight. You can already hang a no decision on him for this one. Tyler Clippard will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Stepping in now, Shin-Soo Choo. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. The right-hander deals on 1-2. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. Pablo Sandoval will stand in 0 for 2 thus far. Got him to go after the change there, and that'll run things full 3-2.
And if there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this is the guy.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Kyle Blanks will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Here comes the 1-1. Oh, and he dialed that one down and got him to swing through it. It's 1-2 now.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Here he comes on 2-2. Swinging a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's through into left field for a base hit. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cage. Taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 men left stranded. We've played 8 full, and we are tied 2-2. Josh Reddick will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Thinks he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ready on 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
He knows the drill out there. You've got to make him swing the bat. And not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Payoff pitch coming. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
I would think he was due just to pitch an inning or so, but he's pitching pretty darn well, so why not stretch him out of there? It's been working so far.
Here he comes on 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
Full count offering on its way. And this is hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
This is exactly what he needed after his guys came back to tie the ball game. He's only 1 out away from a shutdown inning.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. Nate Fryman will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Now a ball hit sharply down the line at third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Boy, really making him work now. It's the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. 1 left for Oakland, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Josh Fegley is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate. Adam Rosales is set to go now as we lead off the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch swung on and lifted out to Reddick in right. And he's got it for the first out. Jurickson Profar will stand in. Called out on strikes his last time. Ready now on 1-1. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Now the pitch. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. Leonis Martin will dig in. He singled and later scored his last time. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
And this is hit well towards the hole, and he'll reach to knock this ball down. But he knows he's got no chance at first, so we'll see how they score that. Most likely an infield single. Elvis Andrus will stand in a tie ball game here where a ball in the alley could end this thing. 2-2 pitch on the way. Off is Martin. Swinging a hard hit grounder down the line. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. Ready with another 2-strike offering. 2-2 is a changeup that misses. 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Center field. Crisp will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Ben Zobrist will lead it off here in the top of inning number 10. 1-1 on the way. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. The 1-2. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. Marcus Semien will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. There's the lefty's offering on 1-2. 1-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Martin able to take it in for the first out.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
2-1.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Now the 2-1. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him. The 3-1 coming. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out. Alcides Escobar will dig in, needing to find a way to get that go-ahead run in from second base. This is hit sharply to the left side. And he has just given them the lead late as this is down for extra bases. And the runner is in from second. And he'll get there without a play. It's a stand-up triple. Billy Butler will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Josh Reddick will step in. 1 for 4 in the ballgame. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. 2 hits lead to a run here for Oakland. Sean Doolittle will get the call here an inning later than usual as he'll try to save this one in the 10th. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. 3-2, here it is. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame. Shin-Soo Choo will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ballgame. Here's the 1-1 now to Choo. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
2-2. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. Pablo Sandoval will step in now. 0 for 2 to this point. The pitch. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering. Hit toward the hole, and they're going to get a 2-out base runner as that's into left for a base hit. Kyle Blanks will step in with the tying run on first, so he's got to concentrate and work on getting on base here. Now the 2-1 pitch. Here's a ball chopped toward the second baseman. Knee high, he barehands it on to first, and that'll be a bitter pill to swallow for this home crowd as the ball game is over.
Well, it took them an extra inning to do it, but they'll certainly take it as they lock up a good road victory here in 10 innings. Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. And boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you, and he came on to slam the door shut.
Left 7 men on base. For the Rangers, 2 runs, 7 hits.
First pitch is moments away in Arlington. It's the A's and the Rangers, and it's coming up next. MLB The Show has baseball from the Lone Star State as we get a look inside Globe Life Park. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the West-leading Oakland A's and the Rangers. Craig Gentry will stride in now, and he's up near the top of the American League in stolen bases, currently 3rd entering play. Billy Butler will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Now the 3-1. That's hard hit back up the middle. Throw on to fielder for out number 2.
Well, at the very least, he does move that runner up to third base. But with 2 away now, I don't think that's exactly what he was hoping to accomplish. I think he wanted to drive him in.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Another 2-2 offering. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. The A's strand 1, A's 0, Rangers coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Leonis Martin will stand in. One of the top base stealers in the American League this season, currently 5th in that department. Shin-Soo Choo will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ballgame. Now the 1-1 pitch. And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Eric, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight here in the bottom of the first. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And it was a great start to the road trip. They were able to pull out a 1-run victory, so hopefully that'll give them a little momentum because they've got some very difficult games coming up in this stretch.
Here comes a 1-2. Now a fastball here as this is slashed the other way over the third baseman's head. A fair ball. And the runner is in from second. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he will score as well. As they're on the board here in the first, it's now 2-0.
Well, the first big hit of the ball game comes right here in the first inning. 2 men on. He finds a pitch he can handle, and he does not miss this one. He drives it all the way to the wall to bring home the first 2 runs of the game.
Stepping in now, Nate Scherholz. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Coco Crisp leads things off now in the top half of the second. Time to move forward to the bottom of inning number 3. Pablo Sandoval will try to pick up where he left off. He doubled home a couple this first time around.
Come on, Sandoval!
Here's the 1-2. And that's lifted in the air out toward left. Gentry is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Nate Scherholz will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. The 1-1. And this one's in the dirt, but fortunately here, no advance. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out of here as quick.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Rangers leave a pair. They're up 2-0. Billy Butler will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth. Josh Reddick will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Ready now on 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here comes a 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Full count offering on its way. Oh, and he belts one high and deep to right center. Catch made out there in right center as the runner will tag from second. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout.
Yeah, a ball hit pretty well that time, but it hung up long enough for him to run it down in the alley. Good news, though, is that runner on second, he was able to tag up and make it to third now with only 1 out.
Coco Crisp will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats, a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed, so he'll need to get the force at first. And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now. Ike Davis will stand in. A base hit his first time around. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More from Arlington after this. Jurickson Profar will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth. Elvis Andrus will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed for strike 3 as they'll need to throw to first here. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. Stephen Vogt will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Alcides Escobar. We'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 5. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. The throw home, and they are on the board as the run scores from second to narrow the gap to 3-1 now. So 2 on with 2 away, and that'll bring up the DH, Billy Butler. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Hanley Ramirez will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it, 1 gone. Shin-Soo Choo will stand in, base on balls his last time. Curveball, but a good job to lay off, and he works out the free pass. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's set. Now the pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. 3-2, here it comes. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll get back there to make the catch in front of the screen as they retire their man here for the second out. Nate Scherholz will dig in now. Struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats. Now a swing and a sharp ground ball to third. And now he has some trouble with it in left. Jurickson Profar will dig in. A home run his last time. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Rangers leave a pair, and it's still 3-1. Josh Reddick will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
We'll join this one here in the bottom of the 6th, already in progress. Leonis Martin will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Stays alive here as this is fouled off to the right. First and second here with nobody out. Again, a 1-2. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. He'll throw back to second to get the out, and that's going to be all they get. Boy, a risky play there, but it pays off. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And even on 1 and 2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Here it comes now to Andrus. And he takes a big swing here, but this winds up a little tapper to the left of the mound. And the runner is out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score. Hanley Ramirez will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. Comes set, now the pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and the Rangers squander a good opportunity here as the side is retired. Stephen Vogt will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. Alcides Escobar will have a shot at driving home that possible tying run that's standing at second. Here's a fly ball now lifted in the air out to right. Chu is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Evan Scribner will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's the 1-1 now to Chu. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Pablo Sandoval will go bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time. Here's the 1-1. Driven the other way out to deep left field. And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too, as he crashes headlong into the wall.
Boy, this one deserves another look in show motion. You'll see him here. He's tracking this baseball. Now, go ahead and freeze it. This is a picture of concentration right there. He knows that once we roll this video, he's going to get a mouthful of fence. And I'll tell you what, that cannot have felt good.
Into the box now, Nate Scherholz. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this is hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Billy Butler will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. 3-2 pitch. And this is on the ground toward the hole. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Josh Reddick will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, and that's his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame.
And in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
1-1 on the way. Fouled straight back. 1-2. And he gets a piece here as this ball's fouled away. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Here's another 1-2. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Ready with another 2-2. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And Chu will put this one away without incident, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order. They're down 3-2. Jurickson Profar will dig in. He homered back in the 4th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. Andrew Susak will stand in 0 for 2 thus far. Payoff pitch coming. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw on to Davis at first, and there's out number 2. Prince Fielder will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. The 1-1 home. In there, 1-2 now. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. Throwing a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. Rangers set down in order, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Ike Davis will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Stephen Vogt will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. Here's Feliz on 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Here's another 2-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
In now, Ben Zobrist. And a bouncing ball foul. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And that'll be the one that ends it. And the Rangers come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, the Rangers were able to claim victory here thanks in no small part to the pitching of this man, Giovanni Gallardo. Take a snapshot of that. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly a complete game, but he did get him into the 7th inning, and that was enough to get his guys into position to win this ball.
Winding down toward first pitch in Arlington. It's the A's and the Rangers, and it's coming up next. Afternoon baseball now from the heart of Texas and Globe Life Park in Arlington. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the Oakland A's and the Rangers. With that, we say hello again, everybody. Welcome to Rangers Baseball. Matt Vasgersian here with play-by-play. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, let's give the folks at home a look at what's happened in the first 2 games of the series.
Yeah, a real nail-biter here last night. You can see a one-run ball game. Very well played on both sides. A well-pitched game as well. I think both managers would like to see their starters match the performances turned in last night.
Craig Gentry will step in now. We'll jump ahead now to the bottom of inning number 1. Hanley Ramirez will get his first cuts here. Now the 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Eric, our visitors, as they take the field following a scoreless top half. They've been in a serious tailspin of late, winning just once in their previous 10 games.
After the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale, so I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
Shin-Soo Choo will dig in for the first time here, looking to change his fortunes a bit as he's seen that average dip these last 4 or so games. That swung on and lifted down the left field line. Oh, and he misses it. Andrus around third, being waved in. And the run will score as the Rangers strike first to lead it 1-0.
And that play was just an absolute mess. I mean, if you want to see a manager lose his mind, try letting a guy score from first on an error. And that's an absolute gift of a run there.
Pablo Sandoval will come forward now in an RBI opportunity he probably didn't think he'd have.
Yeah, it certainly didn't look like he'd have one, but now's where you really have to make teams pay. Nothing will demoralize a team that feels quite like having 2 out errors that lead the run.
Now the 3-1 pitch. Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike 2.
This is where you need to make that error hurt. It's the first inning, you've got a guy on base. You can somehow get him around. That becomes demoralizing to a defense.
Once again, a 3-2. Now a ball swung on and hit to Davis over at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. We'll return to Texas in just a moment. Josh Reddick will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Ike Davis will be the batter. None out, runners at first and second. 1-2. And that misses 2-2. Eric, this Ranger ball club as they begin play. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
After the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they just take care of business here.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Stephen Vogt will take his first cut to the ball game here. The 1-1 goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Profar for 1, back to Fielder, but it's a bit too late as they just get the 1.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
Big pitch here, 1-2, and this will be fouled away. Now another 1-2, and a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. A's strand a couple. It remains 1-0. Nate Scherholz will start things off in the bottom of the second. The 3-1 is on the way. Oh, he got under the 3-1 a bit as this is in the air out to right. Reddick is there to put it away for out number 1. Jurickson Profar will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest. Time to move forward to the bottom of inning number 3. Elvis Andrus will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Full count pitch on its way. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. He'll try it again, 3-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Hanley Ramirez will get another shot, called out on strikes his first time around. Now the 1-1 to Ramirez. And this pitch runs in and hits him, but not before he swings through it. Not sure what he was thinking about that time, but it's 1-2 now.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in...
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. Josh Reddick will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. We'll pick this one up in the bottom of inning number 4. Andrew Susac will dig in. He popped out his first time. Little tapper. We'll see if they try for 2. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Prince Fielder will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Fielder waits. The 2-1. Fouled straight back. The 2-2 pitch to Fielder. Struck him out, but he'll try for first on the drop 3rd strike. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. Stephen Vogt will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Time to join this one now in the bottom of inning number 5. Shin-Soo Choo will dig in. He walked and later scored last time. The 1-1 home. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
And now here, 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand.
And hold that thought, as that's a strikeout for out number 3. So the inning will come to an end. Alcides Escobar will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
We'll join this one here in the bottom of the 6th, already in progress. Prince Fielder will step in now and see what he can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. Coco and Reddick give chase, but this is going to get all the way to the wall. And the runner is in from second, around third, and being waved on home. And he will score as well. And they've started to break it open a bit now. It's up to 5-0. Coco Crisp will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. 1 away, and here's the power-hitting first baseman, Ike Davis. And he misses 2-1. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
And he struck him out. And that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Boy, his guy's got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
And, they won't let him walk that easily, as that's somehow ruled a strike. 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the A's. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Ryan Cook will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Leonis Martin will lead things off here for the Rangers, to be followed by Elvis Andrus on deck.
Let's go, Texas!
Elvis Andrus will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Here it comes now to Andrus. And here's a ball out towards straightaway center field. Crisp, patrolling center, makes the play. 1 out. The relay throw, but too late, and he's safe at third.
And this fly ball will work almost like a sacrifice here, and that'll move the guy up to third now with 1 out. Now, if they could just get another fly ball identical to that one, they'll be able to get themselves a run.
So a new pitcher set to take over now, and it's the Washington-bred left-hander Eric O'Flaherty that gets the call. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. Coco and Reddick give chase, but this is going to get all the way to the wall. And add one more, as this is now a 6-0 ball game. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count, it really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Stepping in now, Shin-Soo Choo. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. No shortage of extra base hits, as you see the totals there. A 2-1 offering. And a pretty good take there on the slider down. It's ball 3.
And whatever you do, you can't let that previous call eat at you. You've got to come back with your best pitch here on 3-1.
And a full count now, 3-2. From the belt, the pitch. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Pablo Sandoval will dig in. He homered back in the fourth. 2 out here and a runner at second. So 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, people might jump to some conclusions here, but with a base open and this guy at the plate, you don't even really want to mess around with the strike zone. And I think this pitch just got away from him. Nothing more than that.
Into the box now, Nate Scherholz. And there's ball 2 now.
A 2-out hit here would be nice, but a 2-out walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either.
He waits, now the pitch. Now a ball hit in the air to left center. Gentry is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits here for Texas. 8th inning coming up. The Rangers lead it 6-0. Ben Zobrist will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. Billy Butler will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit. And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. Hit hard on the ground to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they show a little life here as the lead shrinks to 6-2 now. Josh Reddick will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Ranger skipper is up off his seat in the dugout now to make the walk to the mound. And that'll do it here for his starter, Yusmeiro Petit. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Texas is out in front, 6-2. Evan Scribner is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Jurickson Profar will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 is a cutter that misses 2-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here it comes, 2-1. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a ball sliced fouled into the seats down the left field line. The 2-2 coming. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt as they'll need to throw down to first. And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out. Andrew Susak will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. So 1-2 with 1 away. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Prince Fielder will dig in. He was thrown out trying to stretch a double into a triple this last time. Swing hard liner to left center. And this will be a base hit for Fielder. Leonis Martin will try and keep it going. 3 for 3 thus far. Now the 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Goes the other way, and he got a lot of it out to deep left. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Texas. They lead it 6-2. Coco Crisp will stand in, needing to get things started here in the top of the 9th. Sean Tollison will be the new pitcher.
For the Rangers, number 37.
Now Crisp awaits the 2-1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Here's the 2-2 home. He bounces this one toward the left side, and that's going to find the hole into left field. It's a base hit. Ike Davis will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. From the belt, kicks and deals. And look out. He has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
And he gets under the 2-2 a bit as this is sent in the air out to straightaway central. Martin able to take it in for the first out.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. Now, he's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Ben Zobrist will stand in as their last chance now. 1-1 now to Zobrist. And that's cut on and missed, so now the A's are down to their final strike of the ballgame. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. He's ready, now to pitch. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end this really could have been anybody's award, but what the heck, let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
For the Athletics, 2 runs, 6 hits,